A 90-pound German Shepherd sat in Kennel 7 of Maplewood Rescue for 61 days, returned twice, hadn't finished a meal in 6 days. The staff called him Ghost, not because he was scary, but because he had stopped being there. Eyes open, nothing looking back. When Rachel walked past his kennel that Tuesday, every volunteer held their breath. When she signed the papers 20 minutes later, someone laughed out loud. "Good luck," they said. "That dog is already gone." What happened next, nobody saw coming. Rachel Mercer was 31 years old and had no business adopting a dog. She worked 50-hour weeks, lived alone, and had told herself for 3 years that the timing wasn't right. She had stopped by Maplewood Rescue that Tuesday to drop off a donation. Blankets, food, nothing more. She was not staying. She had a meeting in 2 hours. She never made the meeting. Kennel 7 was near the back, away from the louder dogs. Ghost was lying on his side when she first saw him. Jet black, long coat, the kind of dog that, under different circumstances, would have stopped people in the street. But his ribs showed through his fur. His eyes were flat, and he didn't lift his head when she approached. She crouched down anyway. He looked at her, not through her, at her, just for a second, just long enough. She asked how long he'd been there. 61 days. She asked why. 2 families had tried. The first returned him after 4 days, too withdrawn, too strange. The second lasted 9 days before dropping him off at 7 a.m. on a Sunday and driving away without looking back. She asked what was wrong with him. The volunteer hesitated. Malnutrition, a healed fracture in his left foreleg, scarring along his back consistent with deliberate harm. He had shut down, the way some dogs do when the world has been too much for too long. Rachel looked at Ghost. Ghost looked at Rachel. She went to the front desk and signed the papers. Behind her, she heard someone laugh. Short, quiet, the kind that says what words won't. She named him Duke. The first 72 hours were the hardest. Duke wouldn't eat unless Rachel sat on the floor beside his bowl. He flinched at 7 sounds, a door closing, a phone ringing. At night, he paced the hallway in slow, exhausted circles. She woke up twice and sat with him on the kitchen floor until he settled. She was late to work 3 days in a row. By the end of week 1, something small shifted. Duke had started eating alone. He found a spot by the living room window and claimed it, lying with his head on his paws, watching the street outside with an attention that felt less like fear and more like study. He was learning the world again, one detail at a time. Duke had his own rituals from the start. Every morning at exactly 6:20, he would walk to Rachel's bedroom door and sit. Not bark, not scratch, just sit and wait. The moment she stirred, his tail would start moving, faster and faster until his whole back end was involved, the most reliable alarm clock she had ever owned. "I can see you're still here but haven't subscribed yet." Duke just looked up from his spot by the window. He noticed. "Hit subscribe. He's been through enough disappointment." Here is something most people don't know about German Shepherds who have been through trauma. Recovery doesn't move in a straight line. It moves in circles. 2 days forward, 1 day back. Experienced rescue workers call it the 3-3-3 rule. 3 days to decompress, 3 weeks to learn the routine, 3 months to feel at home. For a dog like Duke, the timeline was longer, and the trust, once earned, would be absolute. Rachel didn't know any of this. She just showed up, every day, the same way. 3 weeks in, Duke did something that made her stop and stand very still. He brought her his toy, not dropped it at her feet, walked directly to her, stood in front of her, and held it out. A worn tennis ball, the only thing that had come with him from his previous life. She took it, threw it gently down the hallway. He chased it, brought it back, laid it at her feet. They did this for 40 minutes. When she sat down afterward, Duke walked over and pressed the full length of his body against her side, his head on her knee, his breathing slow and even. Outside, it had started to rain. Inside, for the first time in a long time, nothing felt like it was missing. Rachel had a hard month in November. A project she had spent 8 months building collapsed in a single meeting. She came home on a Thursday, put her bag down, and sat on the kitchen floor. Not the couch, the floor, because some days that's the only honest place to be. Duke came in from the hallway. He didn't bark, he didn't pace, he walked to her slowly, lowered his 90-pound body to the tiles beside her, and put his head in her lap. They sat there for 52 minutes. When she finally got up, Duke got up with her. He followed her to the bedroom, lay down at the foot of the bed, and exhaled. One long, slow breath, like he was taking something from her and carrying it himself. She stood in the doorway and thought about the volunteer who had left. Stories like this remind us why some dogs find exactly the person they were meant to find. If this is reaching you at the right moment, you already know why. The months settled into a life. Duke learned the sound of her car and was at the door before she reached the front step. He learned which evenings were hard and which were easy, closer and quieter on the hard ones, sillier on the good ones. Every night before she went to bed, he made a slow loop of the house: living room, kitchen, back door, her bedroom door, then he would lie down. She timed it once, 4 minutes and 30 seconds. He has not missed a single night. He had been a dog nobody wanted, returned twice, written off, laughed at, and now he moved through her house every night like he was responsible for it, like the weight of keeping this place safe was something he had chosen and would not put down. Today, Duke is 3 years old. He still takes the spot by the window every morning. He still brings the tennis ball on his own terms, never on demand. The volunteer who laughed when Rachel signed those papers reached out 8 months later. She had seen a photo, Duke lying in a patch of sunlight, coat full and dark and shining, tennis ball between his paws. She said she was sorry. She said she hadn't believed a dog that far gone could come back. Rachel wrote back 2 words: he did. Not every broken thing stays broken. Not every dog that is given up has actually given up. Sometimes what looks like gone is just waiting for someone to crouch down in front of Kennel 7 on a Tuesday afternoon and stay long enough to see the one moment of eye contact that changes everything. If you are thinking about adopting a dog others have written off, go slowly. Learn their language. Just show up the same way every day, because that is all it took. Was Duke already healing before Rachel found him, or did she save him? Tell me in the comments.